Hello to all parents and guardians. Welcome to my classroom. My name is Mr. Hiraoka, and I am teaching anatomy and physiology and biology of living earth. A little bit about myself. This is my 7th year of teaching. I am the assistant wrestling coach here at North High School. We came off of a great year last year. We took league championships, and we hope to take it again this year. I have my CTE credential in public services, a Bachelor's of Science degree from UC Riverside with a minor in entomology, and I have my master's degree in public administration from Cal State Dominguez Hills. A little bit of resources for you. If on Google Classroom, I have copies available of the assignments that we do in addition to the lectures. So if a student happens to miss one of the days, they can always go back to the Google Classroom where I have those resources, those lectures that I did along with the dates that I lectured and the handouts that I gave along with the dates that they were given. So if they happen to miss, they can go back and they know what was presented to them on those days, and they can work on them without having to wait till they return. In addition, I have, for my anatomy physiology class, I have a Google website that has additional resources for them. I have, along with my class notes, I have PDF copy of the textbook, so they can always use that if they need to for any of their assignments. And in addition, I have links to other websites that can help them with their understanding of the material that we are going over. Each assignment on there, I keep up to date on my Google Classroom. So each week, all of your students' grades should be up to date and posted. So whenever you want to check on your son or daughter's grades, they are available to you. For my anatomy and physiology class, one good thing about this class is that it is articulated with RCC. And so what that means is if your son or daughter receives a B or higher in my anatomy physiology class, then they will get RCC credits. In addition, those RCC credits are articulated with Cal States and UCs. So if they go to RCC and then happen to transfer to a Cal State or a UC, they get those anatomy credits for free. During this year, we're going to go over various topics. During this first semester, we have the introduction to the anatomical system. We are going over the integumentary system, which is the skin, which will follow up with the muscular system and the skeletal system. During the second semester, we're going to be going over the respiratory system, blood and the circulatory system, the digestive and urinary systems, and finally the reproductive system. And what's one good thing about this is at the end of the year, if we're back in the classroom, which I really hope, we will be able to do fetal pig dissections, going over all of the different systems that we did during the school year. For my parents or guardians who have students in my biology of the living earth, we will be going over the topics of ecology, biochemistry, carbon through the earth history, genetics, evolution, and the human impact on the earth. Additional resources for my students who are in my biology of the living earth. You should have the copies of the textbook, the Glencoe textbook, in addition to the Next Generation Science Standards by RUSD. If you have any questions for me regarding your students' grades, I have my contact information right here. Like I said, I keep most of my grades up to date on a weekly basis. So whatever is showing up on the Google Classroom, those are accurate grades as long as the students have turned the items in on time. If there is something that they happen to turn in late, it might not get graded right away, but as long as they turned it in on time, it's going to be in the grade books and it will accurately be reflected in the grade that is showing up on Aries and on the Google Classroom. And if you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to email me. I check my email multiple times a day, and I will get back to you within that same day if you have a question for me. My email address is jthiraoka at riversideunified.com, which is written down here. So once again, if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. And it's a pleasure having your son or daughter in my classroom, and I really look forward to this year.